Chometz of Schachter. Does there need to be a kinyan, or can I fax the Mechilas Chometz to my rabbi? And also, for the sake of the rabbis, we'll add his additional question. He asked, do I have to pay the rabbi to act as my agent?
I think there may be a misunderstanding in the premise of the question. A lot of people think that when they sell the chometz to the rabbi, they're selling the chometz to the rabbi. Not selling
Hopefully not.
We're appointing the rabbi as the shliach to sell the chometz for us to the non-Jew. So now the question should be worded, do you need a kinyan when you appoint the rabbi as a shliach? So the Rambam writes that strictly speaking a kinyan is not necessary, but the minig is that one makes a kinyan whenever you appoint a shliach, even when a man appoints a shliach to give a get to his wife. Also the Rambam writes, and that's the common practice, that the man makes a kinyan with the shliach. Shliach gives the husband a handkerchief, in exchange for which the husband gives over the right of attorney, the right to divorce his wife, or the right to sell the chometz to him. So the Rambam writes that the Rambam first writes that the kinyan is not necessary when you appoint a shliach, and it doesn't make any sense. But then he does justify it. He says it does make sense. So the Chazon Ish and his brother-in-law, the Stipler, were of the practice that when they appointed the rabbi, they didn't sell chometz. They used to go to a different rabbi to sell the chometz for them. So when they would appoint the rabbi as a shliach, on principle, they would not make a kinyan with the rabbi because the Rambam says that it's a minig shtus. The Rambam says that it doesn't make any sense. Everybody else assumes that the Rambam first starts off by saying that ein tzrichim kinyan, ve'ein lekinyan behem tam, it doesn't make any sense, but then he justifies it. He explains why it does make sense. So that's why the common practice is that when we appoint the rabbi as a shliach, we do make a kinyan with the rabbi. The rabbi gives a handkerchief. That's a kinyan suitor. It's Kelev Shalkaina. The rabbi is acquiring the right of attorney. He has the right not to sell my chometz. So that's the meaning that you do make a kinyan. If you just fax to the rabbi a statement that you appoint him as a shliach, so you're not in fulfillment of this meaning that if you hold that it's not a minig shtus. Chazon Ish is a minig shtus, and he on purpose didn't make the kinyan. But the rest of the world assumes that the Rambam justified the meaning. So you should make the kinyan. Rabbi Soloveitchik once mentioned that every rabbi has a problem, that as he's about to sell the chometz to the nachri, someone's going to call him up on the telephone and say, Rabbi, I forgot to come to you to make the kinyan, to ask you to sell the chometz for me. So if it's over the telephone, you can't make a kinyan suitor. So what can you do? So the Pashto says, you forgo the kinyan suitor. So Rabbi Soloveitchik explained how it's possible to make a kinyan suitor over the telephone. So he said, one way is to ask the balabas, where are you? Are you in an office where there's another Jew there? So if there's another Jew, ask the other Jew to give his handkerchief to you as representing me. That's what we do all the time by chasana. The kala doesn't give her handkerchief to the chasan to be kind of the tosefes ksuba. The rabbi or the witnesses give a handkerchief to the chasan, and they represent the kala. So ask another Jew who's there to give you a handkerchief as representing the rabbi. Or if there's no other Jew there, to make the kinyan sudar ayidei, what we call kinyan aveknaini. Someone else gives on my behalf. Have the balabas say over the telephone, Rabbi, I'm appointing you as a shliach with my full heart, and I really mean it, and I'm not kidding around. So the Rambam writes, the Rambam justifies the minig to make a kinyan when you appoint the rabbi as a shliach to sell the chometz. So he says the idea behind the kinyan is to demonstrate that you really mean this b'leiv shalom, and b'leiv gomar marti v'gamarti dovazeh. So if the person says orally, I appoint you as a shliach, and I really mean it, and I'm not kidding around, and it's with my full heart, then the Rambam says there's no need already for the minig. Then you don't need the kinyan suitor. So Rabbi Soloveitchik suggested if a balabos calls on the telephone, you should have him add on that sentence. So then you're not in violation of the minig. He thought that it was a good minig. That's the common practice. I remember Rabbi Broya Zechon Levracha, when the balabatim would come to sell chometz, they would appoint him as a shliach, so he would give him the bottom of his kapota. Instead of giving a handkerchief, he would give his kapota. The reason for that, The reason for that is, the handkerchief, the din is that gimel etzbois, 3 by 3 inches, if I give part of a handkerchief and I gave 3 by 3, so that's good enough. So Rabbi Tzkachonan has a tshuva where one of the Rabbanim asked him that the halacha says that a piece of cloth, gimel 3 inches by 3 inches, is considered a beged and it's makabel tumah. That's only if it's tzemer or pishtim, and the handkerchiefs are made from cotton, they're not made from tzemer. So Rabbi Tzkachonan was asked, what if you give a handkerchief that's made for cotton, is gimel al gimel etzbois good enough? So he says yes, and he quotes a line in the Tosfos in the last parak in Baba Basra, Mamash of Needle in a haystack. The Tosfos writes that Gimel is good, even though it's not Semer or Pishtim, even though it's not Mekabatum. So there were those who used to be machmer on that. So Rabbi Breuer used to wear a woolen kapota. So he used to give the corner of the kapota, that's wool, that was better than the Gimel it's boys of the handkerchief that's made from cotton. I think it could be now that all the kapotas are not made from wool. I don't know, we got to find out. Could be that you gain nothing by using a kapota now if it's not made from wool.